Welcome back to Citrus Today, everybody. Cindy Fine is joining us from the Boys and Girls Club, and always fun to talk about what's happening at the clubs.
Yeah.
You got 3 clubs in Citrus County, and these youngsters are just having a ball.
They're having a really good time right about now. Yeah, Christmas is right around the corner, so everybody's all sugared up.
and the holidays, you got some special programming for the holidays.
We do. Obviously, we're always open on half days, so that's taken care of. Actually, today, Friday the 19th, we're having our Christmas parties at the clubs.
Great.
And Santa and his helpers are attending all 3 clubs. They're going to make the stops. So we're going to make we've got about 140 we're planning on for attendance. So they'll all get a stocking and a candy cane and a visit with Santa. So that's really fun to be able to help be a part of that and talk to the North Pole and get that all taken care of. So we'll do that. And then, of course, the schools are closed for their break time.
Right.
And we like to make sure that we're helping families and parents out with a safe, secure place where the kids are having fun. So we will be open through January 6th, and our hours are 7 in the morning till 6:30 at night. So mom and dad can still get their work day in and know that their children are having a fun time.
For anybody in the audience who doesn't know where the clubs are located at, I always like to ask you to give the locations again.
Absolutely. We have 3 clubs in Citrus County. There's one in Homosassa, Crystal River, between the 2. It's on Goodman Lane, and that is just off of Highway 19, just north of Love Motorsports, south of the Harley-Davidson dealer. And then we have one in Beverly Hills, which is our Central Ridge Club, and that is on Roosevelt Boulevard, just by Forest Ridge. And then the Inverness Club, the Evelyn Waters Club, is in the old police station. For those who don't know, that is on 401 north of Apopka, across from Lake Henderson.
You got it. All of them great locations and offering kids the opportunity to explore, learn, to improve disciplines, and just so many things that happen. Give me just a typical kind of day at a Boys and Girls Club, what it looks like.
Oh, happy to. What really thrills me about working with this organization, Dennis, is what I find is it's the best kept secret in Citrus County. So I appreciate being able to share some of it. You know, many people think that we're just kind of like come in and we're a daycare or a babysitter, and we're not. We actually belong to a national organization, BGCA of America, and we are mandated to run certain programs. So when the kids get off the bus, and of course the buses come right from the school, so everybody comes in kind of staggered, but we start off, give them a healthy snack. And it might be fruit, it might be applesauce, it might be graham crackers, but we try to give them something of some sustenance. And then we go right into Power Hour, which is about 30 minutes of homework. And it's not just, okay, go do your homework. We have mentors, we have volunteers who are there in the room helping them. If a child doesn't have homework that night, then we'll sit and read with them. You know, particularly the younger kids, they don't necessarily have take-home homework.
Right.
We're looking always for volunteers, mentors to help with that, especially with the new math going on.
Yeah, it can be challenging, yes.
Yes, for all of us. So, you know, all 3 of the clubs are always looking for people to come in and help, and it's a wonderful time to come in and sit down with Power Hour. So once everyone is at the club, and so the timing will be different each club based on the buses, then there's a general assembly, and they talk about what's going to happen. So we want to run programs where the children are learning things, but they really don't know it. So there'll be different age groups separated out. Some of them might go and do Robotech, which they're building robots out of Legos, and that's funded by United Way. A wonderful, wonderful program. They've built the alligator with the mouth that
right.
opens. Yeah.
Opens and closes.
Yeah. They built one with like a little pellet gun, and if it senses motion, it shoots a little foam BB at you. And so they're learning, but they're having a lot of fun doing it. So they might be doing that. We might be focusing on healthy lifestyle choices and exercise. So there might be a basketball game going on, or a challenge as far as how many jumping jacks can everyone do. This is all tracked. It's all monitored and tracked. All these results are turned then into National, who analyzes if we're actually making a difference. We know with Power Hour, we've raised a letter grade for 32% of our students in their math, and 23% of them have raised a letter grade in their reading over the last year.
Now that is outstanding and very important, because in today's age we're always looking for how can we improve the education of the kids.
Right.
And to show those kind of numbers, I think is pretty dramatic.
Yeah.
And it's because you have, like you say, a structured program that comes from national headquarters, administered local, and you're not just a babysitting service. So
No,
we
we're
stress
not.
that over and over again.
Over and over again. And I think one of the things, you can go on our website, which is bgccitrus.org, and you can see all the programs that are there. There's Smart Move programs, so we have ones that are designed for the female population, one designed for the male population, and we don't get into all the heavy particulars, but what we're trying to teach them is self-esteem, self-confidence, and most important, Dennis, how to make choices. So we're not telling them what's right and wrong, we're not preaching to them. So any family can come, because no matter what your family believes, we're going to validate that. We're simply going to say, how do you make a choice? When you're in a tight spot, how do you look and evaluate? What are my choices? What are my consequences? What do I want to try? How did that work? What could I have done better? And if we can teach children starting at the age of 5 through 18, which we serve, how to do that in every given circumstance, they're going to make wiser choices.
Very true, very true.
So, you know, it's wonderful to see that happen. So all of these programs are designed for that. So if it's Passport to Manhood or Smart Girls or Street Smarts, which is about, you know, how to be out in the world and all that. We don't really have gang influence here like inner cities do, but you still want them to be aware of what's out on the street.
Oh, yeah.
And be able to make those choices in a split second, because at any given time, our youth are not going to have the opportunity to say, Mom, Dad, what do I do?
Yeah, very important
So, yeah.
to know ahead of time and be prepared for it. And the better prepared you are, the better choice you're going to make later down the road when it comes to that.
Absolutely.
I know funding is always an issue for any nonprofit organization, and there's ways that folks out there can help. Number one, by volunteering. You mentioned
Yes.
mentors a while ago. Very important that you have folks actively involved with these youngsters, I call them, helping them out and building that self-esteem and helping them to make the best choices. I want to talk about funding, though, in the next segment of the show and how you folks out there can help. So Cindy's going to stay with us, and we hope that you will, too. We'll be back right after this on Citrus Today.